Welcome to the report from Tiger Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about Sri Lanka and the lovely revolution that's going on there. Yes, it's it's not like January 6th, it's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Sri Lanka this week on the report from Tiger Mountain. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're going to talk about the situation in Sri Lanka. Obviously, there's been actually a real revolution, not what we saw on January 6th that the globalists in America are carrying on about. They're having all these hearings, making out it was some kind of revolution. All January 6th was, ladies and gentlemen, in America, was a few Trump protesters who were rightfully upset and who got a little bit out of hand. They were let into the, the Senate and caused a little bit of trouble and grabbed the podium, and some guy in a hat got into the main section of the Senate and caused some trouble. But what's happening in Sri Lanka is actually a real revolution. Obviously, you're seeing the beginning of this whole global warming, kind of punitive desire to basically destroy the food supply and to impoverish not only the first world, but impoverish even further the third world. And so you're seeing, I guess it's a kind of canary in the coal mine situation you're seeing in Sri Lanka. There was a kind of problem with the kind of, fertilizer. There's all these changes they want to make to agriculture to do with global warming. It's all a lie, ladies and gentlemen. It's all manufactured to create a situation where the global elites further impoverish and control everybody. And obviously they want people to be as poor and miserable and powerless as possible. So that's the real agenda of global warming and climate change. So you're seeing, this kind of reaction in Sri Lanka. You're seeing it echoed also around the world in countries like Holland and in Italy as well. You're seeing farmers, they want to do things with like fertilizer and, You're seeing the foot and mouth situation in Bali. Other globalists releasing new strains of foot and mouth to destroy the meat thing because they all want us to eat bugs or they all want us to be vegan or eat vegetables, God knows. But something very strange is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and you see one of the first major reactions against it in Sri Lanka, which is where the people essentially stormed the Parliament House there. They stormed the dictators or whoever the previous leader was. They stormed his house, and they also stormed some of the courts. So it was a proper revolution. It was absolutely like a sea of people, like it must have been like 500,000 people or something, stormed these buildings. And so, there was no option. The police couldn't do anything. Not even the military could do anything to stop this. It was so large. So that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. If you actually want to, everyone has to go out in the street and you just retake your country from these bastards. Hopefully, we're going to see, a new regime that actually is going to fight globalism and reject all this kind of restrictions in relation to agriculture and the environment, which is all a lie, which is all about just being punitive towards people and punishing them. So I think it's very exciting what's going on in Sri Lanka. I think it is a positive revolution, and we should applaud it here at the report from Tiger Mountain fans here at the Unshackled. Because basically that's, if we really want to defeat the globalists, we've got to resist them, seriously. And there's this fascinating footage of the leader of Sri Lanka was escaping the country on basically a military, a naval vessel. So that's what we want to see here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we want to see in America. That's what we want to see all over with globalists, getting the hell out. And actually, there was an interesting thing that happened in France as well, where actually the far right teamed up with the far left. And it was something to do with agriculture again, because there's all these new laws that are coming in, and they teamed up against it, and they defeated the globalist movement. So once again, our friends on the authentic left and the authentic right can stand together against globalism, because we have the same enemies, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a global problem. Globalization and globalism is a global problem. So we need a globalist, nationalist revolution around the world, where the peoples of the world stand up for their nations and throw off these globalist leaders. And Sri Lanka is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to retake the world, and we're going to re-establish our sovereignty globally. So thank you very much.